Okay, here's some information on how I adjust the gibs. I don't see on the internet any real good explanation as to the wherefores and whys they do what they do to adjust these, but I'll tell you how I do it. And something you got to realize is this is just some kind of piece of semi-soft steel. It bends real easy. Most people will bend these just trying to adjust these. You'll see something I've done here on the ones in the back side. This is the back side of the lathe. I change these from the the cap head screws to these so I can get a wrench back there. Sometimes there's not a whole lot of room right in here. It's just a personal preference. You don't have to do it if you don't want. And if you're ever curious about how crappy the machining on these are when they come, as you can see here, this isn't even close to being square. And I had the stone the ever-loving crap out of the gib. This is called the gib on the bottom. I had to stone the crap out of it. I probably got about 80-85% contact with the bottom of the bed. Now on the adjustments on these, the proper way to do it, or at least my way of doing it, is to back these two small screws out. You'll have to loosen the lock nut and back them out totally loose, and then pinch between the bed and the bottom of the gib right at the lathe, not out here, right here. And if you're creative, you can do it. I reach over the top, put two fingers on like this, and then you bring these in finger tight. Matter of fact, you do not really, other than maybe taking it apart, don't have to put a wrench on these. Resist it, because all you'll do is bend it. So I clamp and then I tighten these up until there's no more play in the gib, and if this starts to feel like it's rocking, then you're tilting it. And I'll show some pictures probably on my website of how bad these look. Every one I've ever worked on so far, this edge has worn a groove in here because these were never adjusted properly. I've never seen one that was. And this bar is always bent because it's improperly adjusted. So anyway, I'll get back to the adjustment. So with this pressed tight against there, draw all three of those up finger tight. Then come in with the Allen screw and tighten these two Allen screws until they touch, and then slightly snug more. And then check to see if you have any play. And you'll see on this one, I'm pushing up and down a lot on it. I have no play. And then let me move this out the way. And you'll see that the compound moves easily. It moves beautifully. It's not tight. You want to feel a little bit of resistance. You should be able to just move it with your hand. If you do it properly, you will end up with the gibs. Next time you take it off and looking, you'll see that it's wearing a flat spot on the gib. I'll tell you that I think every one of these, when you buy them, the first thing you should do is take it apart, stone these gibs. This here needs stoned as well, and so does the one on the tool rest at the top. I'll probably do a video on those later. But this, do it one side at a time. Just make sure that this side isn't lifting up when you're doing it, and then reverse it, do this side. And then something else you should never do is grab one of these lathes by the tailstock or the headstock, or in any combination. The proper way to carry this lathe is under the bed, here and here. One on this side, one around the other. and handle it that way. Fingers under the bed here where you have room on this side and your hand wrapped around the back. Do not lift it by the tailstock. Do not lift it by the headstock. You will mess with the alignment on the tailstock. Just don't do it. Anyway, that's just my opinion on it. And then never set anything metal on your direct contact on your ways. Like, you know, you see my magnetic indicator base is on there with a paper towel so I don't scratch it. So anyway, that was a little info on how I do the gibs. I'll do another one on adjusting the gib here and the gib on here in another video. Thanks for watching. Bye.